Hey guys, I had a few more thoughts that I wanted to share with you today. Um, I've been listening to some near death experiences lately, and sometimes I like to listen to them because they provide a lot of comfort for me and they make me feel good. And I've never had a near death experience or anything like that, but I like listening to them. But one of the things that some of the near death folks, people who've experienced it, come back with is they say that they were sent back after being on the other side to fulfill a certain mission in life, and sometimes they even say they don't know what that mission is. They're not even sure, and I guess the Lord allows them to kind of figure that out on their own. And that got me thinking a little bit. And like I said, I've never experienced anything like that, but I will say this, that, as a kid and everything, I was very, I guess you could say I was kind of precocious, spiritually precocious in a way, because I sucked in all the teachings of the gospel. I thought they were so awesome, and I just couldn't get enough of them. And I was just so impatient sometimes when I would learn something new. I'd ask my mom, when can I learn more? When can I do this? When can I do that? I was kind of impatient, wanted to know everything. And I still have a curious nature like that. I'd like to know all the mysteries of God and everything. And I still wish, even at 53 years old, that sometime that the Lord would just kind of pull back the curtain just a little bit for me so I could kind of see what He's got planned for me. But He doesn't usually open that door for me. And, so I just go on in life and do what I want. But anyway, when I was a young kid, I had great dreams. I felt like, I was very, I guess you could call it romantic in a way, passionate. I just had these dreams that I was going to grow up and I was going to be like my heroes. I'd look at some of the heroes like Moses. I saw the Ten Commandments when I was a little kid, and I wanted to be just like him. And then later when I learned about Joseph Smith and the incredible things he did, I wanted to be like Joseph Smith, and I thought that I would. And I had a lot of passion, a lot of desire to share the gospel, all those kinds of things. But, despite having all that, the Lord has knocked me off my horse, multiple times in life. In other words, a lot of things that I've wanted and desired have not come to pass the way that I thought that they should. I also had a dream that I was going to be a great athlete when I was young, and because of health challenges and things like that, that dream got destroyed. I had this great idea that I was going to have this incredible mission, that I was going to go and convert thousands of people, and I was involved in converting, but my mission experience was one of the most discouraging, faith challenging experiences I ever had. I had this dream of an eternal family kind of thing, or eternal marriage, I should say, and that got blown up. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, all these dreams that I have, all this great mission that I thought that I have, and I do have, always seems to get blown up. But the more that I study, I saw a lot of the dreams of Joseph Smith got blown up too. He thought, for example, that they were going to go to Missouri, build Zion, and the Lord was going to come any day in his life, and they were going to usher in the millennium. Well, that didn't happen, and I see that in my own life. And so, one of the biggest things, that knocked me off my pedestal was the divorce. Because how can you do all these great things when you're divorced? How can you How can you serve in the church in these leadership positions that you thought about when you were young and you were, growing up? How can you do those anymore? Now you're divorced. You don't have a spouse. Sometimes, in the past, the church has kind of been very cautious about divorced people. And so it's kind of like, wow, where did all my blessing go? Where did my dreams go? They got crushed. So what is my mission? Was my mission to grow in the ranks of the leadership of the church and move up, to stake president someday and then move up to be a general authority and eventually apostle? Is that the dream? Is that might have been my dream when I was real young, to have something like that happen. But that's now what do I do? I got crushed. So just like these near-death experienced people, they have to figure out what their missions are. They come back after having these great visions and these great things, and then they have to figure out what to do with all that. And so what I've come to the conclusion of is this. If you're wondering what your mission is in life and what you're supposed to accomplish, guess what? You don't have to figure it out. You don't have to decide, I'm going to be president of the United States. I'm going to be at this position and that position. I'm going to do this or that. Your mission is already in place. Whether you're single, divorced, married, wherever you are, your mission is right now. It's not something off in the future. I don't think it's off in the future. I think it is right now. The only thing that the Lord wants us to do is He puts us in situations to be in contact with our brothers and sisters, wherever we are, whether we be in Utah, whether we be in the UK, whether it be in South America, Africa, wherever we are, China, Asia, Russia. The Lord puts us in places. He's not looking, He doesn't think about, I need to, necessarily put Brett in a certain leadership role of the gospel in the church, or I don't need to put him at that may be secondary on his mind, but what he's really thinking about is, what is Brett going to do with the people right now around him that are with him? Who do I have? I have my children, for number one. My mission is to my children, to raise them up in the admonition of the Lord. I have people in my church family, in my ward. I am in the bishopric now. So even a divorced guy can sometimes be in a bishopric. I'm called to assist my bishop and to serve the members of the ward. That's my mission. If I have a job, and I just did get a job, in case you're wondering, my job is to share the light of the gospel with people in my company, with my teammates, to mourn with those that mourn, comfort those that stand in need of comfort. That is my mission. My mission is not to be the President of the United States. It's not to become an apostle. It's not to become any high-ranking official. My mission is to reach out to those people who are around me with the light that I have. That's the mission. That's the only mission there is. And all I have to do is keep moving forward. When I meet people, I recognize that they are children of our Heavenly Father, and that I'm there to help them, and they're there to help me. I'm there to love them. I'm there to care about them. That's my mission. It's not something else. It's not to become a doctor. My mission is not to become a doctor or a lawyer. The mission is to love and help and assist Heavenly Father in doing His work upon the earth with our brothers and sisters here that are with us. That's our mission. So if you ever had any question, what am I supposed to be doing? What is my mission? The mission is to take your circumstance right now and the people around you, love them, help them, lift them up spiritually, emotionally, temporally, in any way you can, and help Heavenly Father do His work And that's the end of the story. Love you, brothers and sisters. You have a great day.